Welcome to my C-1 autopilot demonstration. What you see in front of you is the stabilizer of the C-1, and you see that it is slightly rocking from side to side. There's an oscillation in the system. That's actually a little trick I added to the system to make it behave more like a real aircraft. You can imagine when you kick the rudder out on a B-17, the aircraft doesn't start turning immediately. There will be a slight delay because of the inertia of the aircraft. So I built this inertia in the system. It's the job of the autopilot to try and cope with that. At the moment you can see that it is swaying from side to side very slowly. I can do a little bit about that, for example, by reducing the ratio of the system. If I do that, you can see that the oscillation becomes a little bit less fast, but it's still there. The other trick that the system has is the so-called dash spot here. If I turn that, it changes the behavior of the autopilot as well. So the idea is to use these various elements and tune them to as close as a non-oscillating situation as possible. As you can see now, there's a very small oscillation left. You will never get rid of it 100%, but the big rocking has disappeared largely. I can reduce the ratio even further. That will make it a little bit slower. So it was up to the pilot, together with the bomb aimer, to adjust these elements to get the autopilot as stable as possible. You can also see the delay if I put the aircraft in a turn. So I give quite a lot of turn, and you can see it slowly comes up to speed. Now it's up to full speed. If I now switch the autopilot off, you will actually see it overshoots a bit, and it oscillates a few times before it comes back to the central position. You can see that the PDI in the meantime is swaying from side to side a bit. So now it's stable again. So again, I'll put a bit of turn on it. As soon as I stop, you can see it overshoots, it comes back to zero, goes a bit to the other side, and comes back to zero. So we've added a little bit of delay, causing some oscillations in the system. So now we can try and play with the various ratios and the dash spot, trying to minimize it.